check. Welcome to Man Check. Welcome to our little episode we like to do on Fridays. A quick 10-minute, 15-minute check-in, catch up on each other's lives, just talk about whatever comes to mind. And we're glad you're here to join us for this. Noah, what's up? What is up? Let's just kick it off with you. What is going on in your life?
What's up, dog?
What's up, homie?
I have found that recently in my life I work a lot. And so that puts me in the mindset of, man, I am so glad I have somebody that I'm working for. You know what I mean? Like my fiance and then future wife.
Okay. I was thinking your boss. I was like, this is no. I mean, like, duh. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
She's great, and that's who I'm working for. No, but it's like there's a reason behind why I'm doing
not all
what
you
I'm doing.
anymore.
Yeah, and so like in everything I do, so it's like one of the reasons why I don't have social media anymore is like I don't like social media. It puts me in a bad place, and I'm also have to account for anything I would post on there with my fiance. Like I'm not just a single person anymore.
You're one now. You're about to be married.
We are molded into one shape, and that is
You're the one person.
69. No.
Interesting way.
Interesting way. It's the best way. No, I'm not working for myself anymore. And I think that's the biggest difference is like when I was interning, I always would have like something that I'm doing my job, but it's like I'm really just going in there just for me. Like, yeah. Yeah. Yep. I want to make a joke about it, but I also don't. I don't know. I'm just in between.
See, like I'm kind of so you like it because you have something you're working towards. You're putting money away for you and your future wife's life.
Yes, life and kids and just all of the things.
See, I feel like I have been, at least within the past 5 years, been put through the opposite. When I was dating, gosh, we talk about exes a lot.
Well,
or at least I do.
Exes are good. They create healthy learning experiences.
Yeah.
Well,
so
sometimes.
Basically, back when I was dating for 5 years straight, all the money that I would put away, like a lot of it would go to dates, a lot of it would go to presents, a lot of it would go to like going out and
say presents again.
Presents.
You said it like
presents.
Presents.
My presence is enough for
yes.
And gas should be. Yeah, it should, but we'll get into that later. Anyway. Pay for gas, all these things.
Yeah.
And my wallet would hurt consistently. And once I got out of that and I started realizing like all the money I'm working for and putting away is now for me. And like I can put it into stock, I can put it into my future, I can put it into things that I'm interested in, and I don't have to pay for all these dates. For me, I like it better.
Well, okay, you're just kidding yourself though, because you're not just putting it away for you.
I'm having a prenup. I'm going to have a prenup. It's for me.
You're putting it away. Well, that's if you get divorced. Do you think you're going to get divorced?
Did we? No. But do we? Okay. Well, when you go on a cruise ship, they have life jackets. You think that they expect the boat to crash and sink? No, it's there for protection. Get a prenup. Like think about it. It's for protection. No, I don't. I'm not going into it expecting to get divorced, or I am personally making commitments to myself that I will not commit to a divorce. Meaning, like I
commit to not having a divorce.
Yeah, that. But I can't speak for the other person.
I can't commit to having a divorce, guys. I just can't do it.
I can't even commit to this marriage. But I can't speak for the other person. So that's where the whole prenup thing just came in. And basically, I don't know if we've ever talked about this. Maybe we just talk about this real quick in terms of finances between the two. I assume y'all are going to have a joint together bank account. Your money's her money, things like that.
Well, we're gonna have a joint account where like she can access my money and I can access her. And I say her money, my money.
Yeah.
It's all of our money, but it's
course.
like her job is putting money into her account, and my job is putting money into my account, and that's all going together to our collective existence.
Gotcha. See, me, at least when I get married, I plan on it being, but I think of it as 3 accounts. I think of she has her own personal money, I have my own personal money, but together we put all this money into a joint account, account for bills, for things of that nature. Of course, if I'm making more, she's making more, whatever.
Yeah.
It'll be percentage wise, it'll be math, whatever. But I always thought it was really dumb whenever I would hear my parents have the same bank account where they would go out and for birthday presents and be like, "Oh, look what I got you! I went out and bought you this," and then like if that's your money too, you're like, you didn't buy this I could have bought this myself. It's my money. Like y'all are sharing the money. It's not as special. So whenever I heard,
So this is just a big excuse for you to be ungrateful as hell.
this is
So,
basically
so you look at an iPhone in the face and you say, "This is BS. I need 2 presents. I need one from each of you."
but I just didn't like it. I don't like someone having access to do whatever they want with how hard I work. Although, because time, I know it sounds so shallow.
I love this. This is a good man check.
It bothers me so much because I'm not gonna say I'm one that's obsessed with money, but I'm obsessed with financial freedom. I am obsessed with not worrying about.
But what about like financial freedom with whoever you're
Exactly.
You're
No, I
married
want that. And no matter what, even if let's just say I became a millionaire or they became a millionaire, and you know what?
Yeah, you wouldn't want some of that cheddar cheese?
Exactly. But I wouldn't sit there and be like, "Oh, sorry, this is all mine. Here's your little portion for us to share, and you have yours." No, the money is all of ours. But I like the idea of thinking I can go out and do something really special and buy like my wife I say a car, but like buy her a present or buy her something or plan a vacation and surprise her completely, and not her sit there in the back of her mind and think like, "Wow, this dude really just blew all of our money that even I worked for on something I don't really want."
Yeah, okay.
Like,
I could see
it
that.
seems like it's more genuine. And then of course, I have no desire ever to get a divorce, and I make the commitment to myself that I will never be the one to file the divorce or go forward with that, but I can't speak for the other person. Therefore, I like the idea of having separate things because you can't control everybody. You can't control what goes on.
Well, if you're going to have, a separate bank account, if you're going to have all that stuff, you might as well just have like a separate bed. Like really hedge your bets.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just in my mind. It
like
just
you
makes
can
more
have
sense.
sex with me, but like you can't have my money. You know what I mean? Like
That's great.
It's kind of like this nice hedging of the bets.
A little jump into Mitchell's mind and just things I think about. It's just
I find that so curious, especially since I'm on the cusp of like really going out. We're gonna go out and sit at the bank, join our accounts, all this stuff.
Of course.
And we're going to do that after we get married, actually. I haven't told Ellie this, but we're going to do that after we get married because it's going to be easier for her since she would have to come back in again and change her name.
Yeah.
So it'd be easier to just do it all at once.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen. And I'm staring down the barrel of this experience. And all of it's so new. And I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm not usually one for change.
Yeah.
But I'm super stoked for this.
I would be too. I'm super excited to get married eventually.
Well, because it's funny, like my whole life, I've really hated things that didn't go the way I was thinking they were going to go. Whether I told you that or not, if it didn't go the way that I was thinking it was going to go, I just would get upset.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people out there feel the same way.
Yeah.
So with this, it's like, it's something that it's a little out of my control, but I'm still experiencing it and enjoying for some reason. Like, it's just something that like things aren't necessarily going my way sometimes or whatever, but I'm not necessarily getting frustrated at it, which I find super curious.
Yeah. And I mean, it's with the person you love. It's building on that future that you're looking forward to.
You just literally go 180 every 3 seconds.
But
dude. It's like, I don't want to have a relationship with you where we share money, but
all right, I'm going to say
it's with somebody who you
air
love.
Is going to be here's me. The air is getting cleared. I am enjoying being single. I am not eagerly looking to get committed to anything right now. I want to build on myself. I want to get myself financially stable, have my career. I want to be the best version of me. So when I find that perfect some person, that I'm the best that I could possibly be for them.
Yeah.
In terms of later down the road, I am incredibly excited to get married. Like, I cannot wait to have a wife. I cannot wait to have kids. Like having a little girl go to daddy-daughter dances. Amazing.
You'd be a good girl dad.
Oh, I'm telling you, my kids I will love them more than anything. Personally.
They're gonna be jacked.
Yeah, little Johnny boy.
You just said a girl.
Well, you said jacked. I'm not gonna have a jacked.
Yeah,
daughter.
dude. What do you mean? You don't want her to be able to like box or something?
That's fine. I don't want her jacked. I'm thinking like trap shoulder. She can't turn her head and jacked. Yeah, that's what I think. But like, I'm excited for all those things. I'm not against relationships. I'm not against things like being a stay-at-home mom. I know we talked about that late. Like, if it works for you, it works for you. Great. I'm still excited for those things, but it's not in my cards right now. It's not what I want. The whole money situation, I see it as avoiding a bunch of arguments, because if I go and spend any money, or they go spend any money, I don't want to resent them for spending the money I earned or I worked for. Yes, it's ours, but like, let's say I had a really hard, year at work, and to put all this money away because I want to put it away towards retirement or a vacation. And then all of a sudden, wife comes home with a new dog. And it's like, you blew our money.
So, okay. So
like,
is your issue money, or is your issue communication?
Because it could very well be both.
It sounds to me, and this is funny because we just went through premarital counseling, which sounds really raunchy, like premarital sex, premarital counseling. It sounds like something you're not supposed to do, but yes. So we went through it, and we talked a lot about finances and whatnot. And so with that comes the talk of, are you going to have separate accounts? Or are you going to have together accounts? And I was like, yep, we're going to be together for sure. And it just made sense to me, because that means any purchases or investments that we would make, we would be making together. Like that's something that we get to choose. We get to work together on. And let me put it this way. Let's say you get married, right? Where's the money accountability when you have separate accounts? So like she might have a little bit more of a spending habit or problem than you do, which I'm pretty sure you don't have any money spending habit problems. But you don't know that, and then you turn around and now she's racked up $10K on her credit cards.
Well, that's what I mean. So, like I said, 3 accounts: personal, and then you have a joint one. And no matter what, we have to put in whatever percentage, because if one's making more, I'm not going to say, if I'm making $1 million, I'm not going to expect her to put in $100K into this thing. It's going to be relative, but like that's where the accountability is going to be. Those are going to go towards things that are like bills, things that have to get groceries, things, necessities, things that you absolutely have to have, kids, daycare. And then personal ones is, I'm not gonna say go do whatever you want, go buy a bunch of different cars, be smart with it, but I don't want to restrict them, because I don't want them to resent me, but I also don't want to be restricted either.
So I think I know the answer to this question before I even ask it, which is, let's say I think that's actually not a bad idea, right? Which is, you have a main account and then 2 separate accounts where you put a little personal spending money in each, so that you have a little bit of autonomy. How would you feel if I was to pose the question that, what if you were required to, and I say required, what if you were asked of your significant other to disclose when you were going to make purchases, and vice versa, from your personal account?
So like we'd have to disclose, like I'd have to tell her,
like, hey, I'm going to buy, whatever, like a PlayStation 5 next week.
I would say I'm totally open to that. I'm totally open. I think honestly that's actually a really good point. Yes, you should be able to have those conversations.
So from what you just said, I would have thought you would have said like, hell no,
here's
I
the
can
thing.
make any choice. I'm
Gonna
go buy a Ferrari.
But ultimately, I think it would be that person's decision, whoever's money it was. I think you should definitely, like, if it's something big. If it's just like going to buy flowers or a new pair of shoes, you know what? I mean, that's your personal money, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, if you're going to go buy a new car, or you're going to go buy a boat, or a, PS5, I'd say,
or
just
dick implants or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I know it's, when you're working with 2 inches, you got to think outside of the box.
Exactly. 3 would be nice.
3 would be great. Oh my gosh.
So nice.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I can't actually.
I wish I could.
But yeah, I would be totally open to the conversation, hearing the opinion. Maybe you talk me out of it, kind of thing. Maybe I'm not seeing a perspective, but ultimately,
because that's exactly what happened with Ellie and me.
Yeah,
which was, I was thinking about getting a PlayStation 5. By the way, let's just put it in the context of, I haven't touched my current PlayStation 4 since I got my job back in August, which is what is that, 7-8 months ago?
Yeah,
and I was thinking I was going to get a PS5. And then Ellie's like, why do you need a PS5? I mean, no offense. I'm sure you'd enjoy it, but like, why would you need that?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I want it. I got a little defensive because I'm like, I want something. I'm going to get it. And then I realized like, oh, yeah, I'm not even going to touch it.
Well, I see it as that. I see that in the future. And then if someone brings up, like, what if she brought up, well, that's my money too? Then boom. Then it's like, what's your argument to that too?
There is no argument. So, and that's the thing is like, she's a master at getting like me to understand where she's coming from, and it's only going to get better with age, and I'm super looking forward to it. But that was a perfect scenario of, she didn't do it that way. you know, like she chose not to respond in a way that would have made it sound like she was like trying to put that in my face. Like, well, that's my money too.
Yeah, and that's great.
Yeah, so it's
Applaud to her.
It's like a jab that she could have made, but she was like, no, hey, you know, I just you probably don't need it.
Well, the thing is, not every wife will be like. Honestly, yeah, that's great, Ellie. That's that kind of person. Fantastic. You found a great one. But like, what if you get married to somebody that isn't that? Someone that would do that jab. Like, yes, I mean, yeah, they would say, well, that's my money too. Why?
Well, then
like,
at that point, you just
I'm just gonna go buy a car then.
It's communication.
It is, and it's
like,
just an argument.
Hey, I don't appreciate that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, you know what? With past exes, I've been told that I'm not the best communicator, so I'm trying to avoid that by two separate ones, less communication.
Hey, look, it's not about avoiding communication. It's about practice. And I think you and I are practicing really well about being able to open up, just breathe, you know, open up about how we're feeling, what we're thinking. And so if we can do it with us, which guys don't really talk to guys very much, which is kind of what the crux of us creating this podcast.
The crux? All right.
Yeah.
Another word Mitchell doesn't know.
Viewers, come on, give us some love. Give me some love. The crux. But it's kind of the main reason why we created the shows. Men usually don't talk to each other, and so, you know, not only can we bring us together in this, we can kind of get everybody's minds thinking, turning, and really get into the mindset of like, wow, okay, so we can talk about this kind of stuff,
of course,
and with our significant others and with our families. So, I think that's a perfect way to wrap up with a nice little bow. This Man Check episode. Thank you for that wonderful intro, Mitchell. Make sure to check us out, mancardpodcast.com, and send us an email, mancardpod@gmail.com. We'll see you on Monday.